Hey man, what's up? What's up? It's High Note. How's everything? I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody had a good week. Listen, first I want to say thank you to my subscribers. Listen, I appreciate y'all, okay? I really do. We just brushing this up a little bit. If you could tell, yes, we're going to shoot from this side rather than that side. We got a little bit more space now. We were able to make it happen, move a little bit. So we just brushing this down a little bit. We had a little fun last night on the pool table, family. The sun was down by, I think he was in the bed like 9:30ish on a Friday night. Trust me to tell you, you gotta have your kids on a schedule. It don't matter if they have a disability or not. You need to have your kids on the schedule, okay? Because you need your time. If they're not on the schedule, how you gonna have your time? And that's how you able to get your time in, your brain recharge, refresh, all that good stuff. You can't do that if they're not on the schedule because you never get no rest. So we were down here having a good time, so we gotta brush this up a little bit, get this ready for the next game as we talk. Again, this is High Note. Listen, thank y'all so much for subscribing. As y'all get my description, Autism Speaks, nonverbal, pre-verbal, talking back. This is in dedication to our son, who is autistic, and we're breaking down his journey, and we have so far to go because, again, he's 5, he'll be 6, so we have some time. And boy, I can't wait to share some things. This has been a wonderful week, and like I said, I hope everybody had a great week. Another day, another chance, okay? That's my thing. So we're gonna get ready for the next game and get started and have a good time. And let's talk, okay? So I will talk to you guys in just a few minutes. Again, thank y'all so much for subscribing. I appreciate y'all's support, okay? And we'll be back with y'all in just a little bit, all right? All right, now. Hey, okay, we back. What's going on, man? How's everybody? All right, I hope everything's well. Listen, again, this is How I Know. Subscribe to me, man. Listen, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all support, okay? And like I said, I hope everybody had a good week. And listen, another day, another chance. If you're watching the video, here you are, you here, okay? Another day, another chance, okay? So listen, I'm gonna break this real quick. As y'all know, I gotta just take my time on this. I can't talk, when I'm trying to break. So give me just a minute here, and then we're gonna start this thing here. All right, nothing went in, but it wasn't a bad break, So how's everybody? Okay. Listen, so I'm glad to be doing this. Oh, that was a good shot, but oh my goodness. But anyway, listen, man, listen. Okay, my description. Listen, welcome. Autism Speaks, nonverbal, pre-verbal, talking back. This is in dedication to our son, okay, who has autism. And just wanted to do a little channel to, help, just let other parents know, other autism moms and dads. Of course, I'm not going to leave y'all out. Understand that I'm not leaving y'all out. But my focus here is more towards the women, per se. And the reason is because, we got to, we got to do the thing. We got to pay attention. Okay? Like I said on my previous videos, we watched what was going on, and we were talking with each other, and was like, wait a minute now, yeah, we saying this, so you got to pay attention. Get to know your child. No, don't follow behind. Get to know your children, and everything like that, man. I'm trying to tell you, because, man, okay, this has been a journey, and that's why I say we're gonna follow. We're gonna go through his autism journey, as from when from 2 to now. And like I said, he's 5, he'll be 6, and so it's just a joy, and to learn these things. That was gonna be nice if that was gonna happen, right? Just because you got a pool table, okay? Say it with me now. Just because you got a pool table. But anyway, we're just gonna chit chat, and let's talk about this thing, and it takes a village, it takes a village to raise a child, and if you have multiple children, it takes multiple villages to raise children. Okay, and we can't do this by ourselves. There's no such thing as raising your child by yourself. just to get an award, huh? No, I'm good. Let's stop being silly, okay? And let's do this thing, okay? Let's do it. We not perfect, no, not at all. You know, I believe that, you know, we are given a test to give our testimony, and you know, and our patience, we are tested. Our patience is tested, and that's just, you know, that's just it. You know, our patience is tested, and we have to, you know, we got to be patient, and we got to just, you know, have each other's back, man, and look out for each other, and you know, and we're not alone on this. This is a journey, and it's not one time in any of my videos I've said it was just me and my wife. Nope, it was mad resources, mad, and they continue, you know, and I you know, just want people to know we're not in this thing by ourselves. You know, we got to get them the help, because what good is our child without advocacy? I mean, I get it, right? Outside advocacy is nice. It is. Outside advocacy is nice. However, it's a child, I think, will be better if the parent advocacy is home, if that's where it begins. You know what I mean? I just think that, because, you know, I don't know, man. Kids display behavior, you know, they don't listen, you know, they just, and this is not just towards the autism children, this is to all of them. They don't listen, they hard-headed, think they know everything. So we got to be here to give them the guidance. And, you know, and we got to, and the reason we have to support our children, especially with disabilities, is because honestly, y'all, for real, let's be honest. Kids are cruel, and it's a taught behavior. You know, and I'm gonna leave that right there. So, you know, we got to do better. We got to do better as examples for our children, man. We got to be better. We got to set the stage for our children. We have to set the stage for our children, and we have to advocate for our kids, man. I'm trying to tell you. Description is Autism Speaks, nonverbal, pre-verbal, talking back. The man talks back, okay? So we advocated, and it just came with the territory. You know what I mean? And it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing, because that puts, you know what that does? That says, oh my goodness, you can comprehend. You know, so that's just the, yeah. So we gotta do what we gotta do, man. I was doing it, man, and then, dang, you know. So it's just, you know, and that's why I did this channel, because I want, you know, parents to know, like, you know, it's okay. You know, it's not a problem. Like, it's an addition. It's amazing. It's so amazing. I mean, if people really get to know children who are autistic, get to know them, and to see how far they come. That's why I continue to say, whatever county you live in, whatever state you live in, google.com, search for your state, search for your county, the Infinite Toddler Program. That's what it's called. It's called the Infinite Toddler Program, where they provide services. They offer services for you. You just got to you got to do it. They can't come to your house and knock on your door and say, hey, is there any issue? Is your child disabled? Like, does your child have any disabilities? They ain't about to come to your door. They ain't about to go to knock on nobody's door to ask them if you have to go to them and say, my child is doing X, Y, and Z, and I'm concerned. Or my child is not doing X, Y, and Z, and I'm concerned. But how are they supposed to know if you don't say something first, right? Because that's your child. That's your child. That's a child that you're home with. That's a child that you know, if you have a little girl, that's a child who hair you do. If you have a little boy, that's a child who you take to get their hair cut. That's a child that you bathe. That's a child that you clothe. That's a child that you feed. So you get to know your child. So you must know that there is something going on, and you have to help them, because if you don't, just remember what I said. I know we shooting cool now to stop for a second because I got stuck right here, but I want people to understand this. Okay? Advocate for them, man. Advocate for them. It took, oh my God, this when I say God is good, another day, another chance, created from my tears. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Trust what I tell you. Have faith as small as a mustard seed that grows in humidity in clusters. Y'all about to make me do it. I'm not about to go there. Listen, okay? I just need people to understand this. This is so that people can understand who have children who are autistic, developmentally delayed, speech impediment, not non-verbal, pre-verbal. Talking back. So yeah, I just had to I'm talking to my floor screen, right? I made my petition right quick, so I clearly didn't make that, but y'all just saw where I was at. so I'm back, but y'all just have to understand. Oh God, oh my God. So I need people to understand. That's another reason why, I'm talking to my blinds. I don't know if y'all heard the rattling, but that was my blinds. My pool stick was trying to make it happen, but it's all good. We just on this thing together, okay? So, I just listen, this is the month of March, and it's getting ready to be the month of April, okay? And which means that April 20th, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not mistaken on that one, I don't believe, is Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday. Trust what I tell you. So I'm doing this so that parents can understand that when this time, come on, we almost there. Listen, there's a song by Kirk Franklin, Before I Die. I want y'all to check that joint out. It's probably older, and I'm just like, it's probably an older, I don't know what year that was done, but I'm catching up to a lot of things, because I'm telling you, when you fall to your knees and cry out his name, oh my God, and you feel him put his hand on your shoulder and say, you're going to be okay. I got you. What? Man, I've been trying to tell you, I've been going through a phase of listening to so much, and it's like just hearing the words, not necessarily the song, because I was in the choir and all that. We had a good time. I don't even know what I was singing about. I mean, okay, that's just what. But being, the song is Before I Die, and at the end he says, right before I live, I have to die. You know what that means? Resurrection. Come on now. Resurrection. You got to have that relationship with God, and you got to do it. And you will feel him on you. You will feel him on you. You will feel him on you. That's what this is. That's why we do it. That's why. Come on, Abel now. That's why we have to live in peace, love, and blessings. We have to. Yeah, I'm not saying we can't have our bad days. Yes, we're not human if we don't, but we have to know. We have to start beginning to be nice.